Welcome to another episode of Limitless Trading. We wanted to set you up for success based on the prior week and the week that's coming to show you what we see and where we're going. We had said to you that once the 57.75 backtest hit, that we were going to take a short at least down to the trend line of 56.29. Anything lower was bonus. If 55.78 broke, we were going to have waterfalls. 53.13 was coming in. If that broke, 52.12, and obviously that broke today, and we're defending at close of this video about 51.10, and then 50.35 is right below. And this is a cluster that was back from the December 2023 to the January 2024. So you have a little bit of support here at 2300. That was February, that failed. There's a little bit of a cluster here, but the strong support is 50.35, which could easily hit on Monday on a possible gap down. So what do you do next? We tell everybody, be very, very careful going long. I said to everybody on the last video, don't just go if you see a green candle. You could pay micro pops that we did. We actually got a micro pop and a micro short. What we want to see is two things. The market makers backtest 52.12, which was that support that we had told you from when was this? From April 19th that failed. Do we retest that? Because we're in April, so year over year, the market may decide to come and defend this and start working our way up. Do we defend 53.16 or do we backtest it, which was the low from August 5th, right? That was the summer low. We don't know. What we know is level by level, the market broke down. So if you shorted, you're just running stop loss. Now, again, I tell everybody, just be cautious with shorting oversold. What our guys did was, I said, was let something backtest. For example, let a backtest of 53.28, right? Let that reject, or let a backtest of 52.50. Just let something backtest before you jump in short, because number one, VIX is very high. When VIX is this high, going into 40 to 50, and we have actually that VIX might go up higher in May, which will, if you join our Discord, subscribe, like, will keep you informed, is that it's possible that we backtest and then just continue down, right? Market makers are going to cover some of this and then let go because they don't like the tariff news. In the history of the world, tariffs are not bullish, no matter what anybody says. Actually, the Great Depression proves to us that it's not bullish, but level by level, it's not bullish. Market makers are speaking to us that it's not bullish, but we say, be careful just shorting the lows. If you're shorting a level, let's say 50.75 breaks, because you know that we had said that there's dark pools at 4,700 and 47.87 is a level. Let something backtest first before you take a short, because if we squeeze, you're stuck in the note. You're stuck in red. We're more likely to cover. I know I keep repeating it, but we're more likely to cover all of this back to 51.25, 51.55, 51.87, which are the bullish up levels. And then if 52.50 breaks out, we're going to the 5,300 area. Let something backtest first, then run a short. We suspect that we're going to keep bleeding. We might get a pop into our next pivot, which is Tuesday. As we told you in a different video, you can time the markets, and then CPI, and then our final low, which should be coming in on the 15th, which is tax day, and then we'll start running into OPEX. But stay tuned, and we'll give you those plays in a smaller time frame. If 50.75 holds, which is exactly where we defended as of this video, 51.25, and we'll start covering. We possibly cover some long, some of the short, and go long. We might get some news. It might be tariff. It might be some reciprocal. It might be Powell. Who knows? Just know that we're defending a level, and we might backtest. What you want to see is some sort of backtest on the daily. Let a level hold, like 52.12, let's say. If that rejects, you know that 50.35 is next down, 5,900, so on and so forth. And we possibly could just continue to bleed into tax day, maybe with a hiccup on Tuesday where we pause a little bit, or CPI might be bullish. We'll have the CPI data for you for next week. But again, just like here, the 57.75, we short back test. You can short red, but then keep it tight. I'm not saying don't short if you think, oh, it's going to drop more. It could be, because fear begets fear. What we want to see is we're going to take some longs. Actually, we took some shares on Friday, because there's a very high probability that all of this April is going to be back tested, because historically speaking, after a black swan event, whether it's terrorists, whether it's COVID, whether 9/11 actually happened on in September, But one of the financial crises was in March. So March tends to be black swan events. April you have tax selling, and then May starts recovering. June, July is bullish into August, and then you roll over. Um, Especially exactly what happened in COVID. COVID, we had a 4% drawdown. We ended up recovering almost all of it by July. And then we continue our bear market into October. As of this conversation, we're in a bear market. But bear market rallies are very violent. We could easily see the 58.46 by July, which we are hoping for, and then a complete rollover into the fall until all this mess and this noise is over with. But in terms of levels, let it backtest. Let at least 52.12, 53.16 backtest. We have a possible long coming in May 28th, which is seasonally the low. Memorial weekend tends to be the seasonal low, and then we're off to the races for the summer. Again, summer has not been bearish since 2003. Can this season be the end of that? Absolutely. But even in the COVID low, which it looks like this is history repeating, we were bullish in that summer, and then we rolled over in the fall, and then we bottomed December of 2023. We just showed you on the left was one of the levels that we're seeing as defending. So don't assume, take it level by level. If a level defends, take your long, or if you're feeling bearish, let a level back test and then short it. So on the smaller time frame, we want to see at least another bull trap of 52.50. But again, shorting with a gap full waiting in the nosebleeds is very, very dangerous. It's very possible, but it's very dangerous. I would love to see more of a back test into the summer. And then when everybody's bullish in July, up here in July, when all the bulls are trying to get themselves out of it, short it into the fall with a big smile on our face. One level at a time. Subscribe, like, comment, Discord, or email us. The email is in the description, so you can join our trading group. We'd love to have you.